Right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on day one. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
Yes, ain't excited.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, come
Yes.
back in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but I
Yes.
need y'all to be excited.
I am very
Yes, yes,
excited.
yes.
But for those
This
of
is an
you gonna pay attention, you're gonna be really excited. You're gonna be
Very
happy.
excited.
I
Come
am
on,
very
bro.
excited.
Come on.
All right, y'all. So what we gonna do tonight is gonna be foundation night. So what that simply means is we about to set your life up, okay, on paper. Because too many of us say, oh, we want this, we want that, but y'all don't have nothing written down. Based on what you create tonight, this is basically going to be your blueprint. So as I come on every 2 weeks and I start talking, my goal is that you are going to be checking things off of your checklist. I don't know how many of you saw the announcement that I made to go in the classroom and pull up your documents. Let me show you, just in case you didn't see it. So if you go in the classroom, get started. You got these 4 documents that you all need to print out, and we're going to go through them. So nobody says, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where that's at. Again, this is the community and this is the classroom. In the classroom, this is where all of your assignments are going to be. So right now, you all know we're on level 1. But because this is day 1, we're working out of the Getting Started folder. Our next session will be working out of the level 1 folder. But for tonight's class and for next week's assignment, all of that is going to be under the Getting Started. Once you come in here, you have 2 sections. You actually have the Getting Started, okay, which is your welcome email, and it gives you a list of things you want to go and purchase so that you can make sure you are ready for this class. And should I say every class, really? So make sure you go and read through this and follow instructions. You want to go to June 5th. What I'm going to do also, guys, to make this super simple for you guys, I'm going to label the date. So whatever the date of the class that we're going to be in, before class, I would try to do it around noon each class day. So you want to make sure you go and click on that date, and anything that you're going to need for the class will be under that date. As y'all see, I got June 20th. I don't even have it broadcasted because I know y'all will be nosy. Y'all go over there and, we're not going to do that. I want to keep y'all focused. So what do you have under here? The first thing you have is your service disclosure. Basically, what this service disclosure is, trying to get my little thing out the way. What your service disclosure is basically what this mentorship is all about, what it's going to include, what you guys will get access to. So you just need to go through it and read it, okay? You're going to read it. You're going to print your name at the bottom. You're going to sign it. You're going to date it. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to send it back to us. And see that little email up there where it says Marcia at thehomebuyingready.com? Y'all can send it there. Any questions on that? No questions. Okay. So let me just put a disclaimer out here. Okay. Can y'all see my face? I need to make sure y'all see me.
Yes.
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 Well,
Let's put this disclaimer out here. Because I know somebody is gonna make me actually do this. Y'all here for $597, right?
Yes.
But y'all getting a
Yes.
$10,000 plus program. Yes. This program is designed to help y'all change your entire life. What I am not going to accept are excuses, late assignments, and you dragging your feet. We meet every other week. Why? Because y'all gonna get a lot every time we meet. So I'm giving y'all enough time to go watch the replay. I'm giving you enough time to get the assignments done. The reason why the assignments is most important, guys, because if you don't complete something, first of all, everybody mute your phones. Because if y'all don't get assignments done, you're going to be left behind by the time we get to the next class. And you're going to say, oh, I'm just so overwhelmed. I can't keep up. But if you know, and I know, and everybody in here right now knows that you have a whole week, almost 2 weeks, week and a half, I'm going to say that, before our next class, and you can't get your assignments done, I'm telling y'all right now, you're going to be blocked and removed, and you're not getting your money back. Does everybody understand that? Because y'all getting a $10,000 program to help you change your entire life, and you don't have time, you're not focused, and you're not paying attention, and most of all, you're not doing the work, you're going to be blocked and removed. And I'm going to put this disclaimer out there. When we get to the funding piece and we start helping y'all to get $50,000, $100,000, if anybody come to me or I see it for myself that you out there balling out of control, and I know we ain't talking about that, you're going to be blocked and removed. Because that's not what you're here for. That's going to come, okay? I'm not saying y'all can't do that at some point, but right now you're trying to get this debt paid. You're trying to get these properties. You're trying to start your business. You're trying to build your credit. And anything outside of that is not what we're doing right now. We got 6 months to get this done. So I need y'all to be all in. Does anybody have any questions about that? Because I don't want nobody to come back to me saying, well, I ain't hear all that. Well, you took my money, but I gave you the heads up. Because this ain't for you to come in and just watch me. Prime example. Some of y'all right now, you don't even have your cameras on. And I guarantee you, if you don't have your camera on, you're doing something else. You're not even focused. So again, somebody gonna come back and try me. But when it happens, I got this recorded. So I know you heard me. But that's another reason why you're gonna sign that disclosure. So that you fully understand. Because if you say you want this, I need you to be all in. Any questions before I move on? Because I'm ready to move on. We got a lot to cover tonight. All right.
No, ma'am.
Miss Marcia, I have a question.
So let's get back to this. Oh, where did he go? Stop. Let me share again. All right, y'all can see my screen?
Miss Marcia, I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Can y'all hold the questions to the end, okay? Because I'm gonna open up the floor for y'all to do questions. Just hold them to the end. The next thing y'all got in here is your strategic goals. What this is about you accomplishing what you said you want to do. What is most important to you that you want to get accomplished this year? You have five choices that you can put on here. You got who, what, how, and when. It tells you up top what each one of those mean. The reason why y'all doing it like this, because once you put all this together and complete this, if you don't have, I recommend you go get a calendar, a planner. Okay? Because now what you're going to do, you're going to now break the goals down into steps. That means every single week you should be doing something working toward that goal. And one of the wins on here is, when do you want to get it accomplished? So whatever it is your goal is, that means the steps that you're putting down, by that date that you said you want to get it accomplished, it should be done. Does anybody have any questions on that? The next one is the fun one. A lot of y'all ain't gonna like it, but y'all gonna be all right. Why is it not coming up? The next one is your budget. And the reason why I'm pulling up a budget when we talking about getting our credit cleaned up. Because when y'all start getting this credit cleaned up and you start getting access to money, a lot of y'all gonna have amnesia. I need y'all to understand with this budget, and the reason y'all doing this budget, you need to understand where you are today, how much debt you have today, how much credit card debt you have today, how much money you have in savings today. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? And the reason why that is so super important, guys, because right now we're in the credit class. In a few weeks, sometime next month, y'all gonna have to go set up alternative trade accounts. They're not free. People are not gonna give y'all them accounts for free. You're gonna have to pay for it. So because you're setting up this budget, you're gonna determine how much money I have to work with and how much I do not. Same thing when we go to the business class, which is gonna be the first Thursday in July. Y'all gonna be setting up corporations. Every state amount is different. Again, you're gonna need money for that. So the reason y'all set up these budgets so you can determine what you need to get rid of. One of the things that I learned the other day, because y'all might have saw the post in the group, some of y'all did, most of y'all probably didn't. Somebody gave their testimony, but they didn't give all their story. I helped them set up a budget the other day. They are single. Don't go nowhere. Make over $5,000 a month and don't have no money. I know y'all heard what I just said. Single. Don't go nowhere. Make over $5,000 a month and didn't have no money. Didn't have no savings. When I tell you living paycheck to paycheck, no, they living basically day to day. They can't even get the next paycheck. But baby, when I got done with that budget and I started cutting some stuff out that was totally unnecessary. How you go from not having no money to pulling the trigger on the strategies that I gave you to now increasing your monthly pay by $1,400 and not have to leave your house. All your credit cards paid off in 5 months, and now you got $7,500 in savings. Come on, y'all. That makes sense to me. And it took me not even good 10 minutes to put that together. Literally, all they got to do is follow it. Like I told them, I'm going to tell you, when y'all put these budgets together and you know it's payday, don't go spend a coin until you look at your budget. What does your budget say you need to pay? Because y'all know how y'all do. If something came up, ain't nothing come up. Y'all got to be better managers of your money. If you cannot manage the money that you have right now, I'm telling y'all right now, you're not ready for no $10,000 a month. Because that's where I'm trying to get y'all to by Christmas. If you can't manage $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, you're not ready for 10,000. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, Marcia, I'm ready because when I get it, I'm gonna do ABC. You're not. If you can't save $50 right now, what makes you gonna think you're gonna save money later? Because when you get more money, that's just more money for you to spend. So you guys got to set up a budget and you got to track it. The number one, or I should say two things that I'm looking for in your budget is how much money you have left over and how much are you saving. Because if you don't have nothing saved, nobody's going to save you. You can't blame nobody. You can't get mad at nobody. I mean, you work every day. How you going to have the nerve to get mad at somebody because they're not going to help you? You ain't manage your money properly. So this is going to eliminate all of that. Now, I don't know why my budget spreadsheet's not coming up, but we're going to figure it out in a minute. So here's the deal. Let me just do it for y'all because y'all ain't paying me no attention. Hold on.
Yes, I am.
No, I just muted everybody because somebody stuff was unmuted. Let me give y'all this quick play. Now I know I done said this, but I don't know how many of y'all done did it. Some of y'all have already done it. We got 83 of y'all in here. By the time we have our next class, everybody should have an update. So for everybody that's in here right now that says you don't have enough money, I'm about to show you how to get an extra $400 to $800 a month. Some of y'all gonna get way more, but minimum $400 to $800 more per month. And when you get that money, that's not for you to go ball out of control and go do some extra stuff. That's for you to put that money aside and be in position so you can get your businesses set up properly. You can get your credit cards built out properly so that you can do everything that you need to do in this process. Because technically, y'all don't have to November, you have to August. Remember, the auction is in September. If you don't have the means to go to the auction, then you can't go. Again, like I told y'all, this is not a session where you guys are going to sit around and watch Marcia. We are making serious boss and business moves. I'm telling y'all, this is not one of those opportunities where, oh, I'm gonna just watch Marcia and listen to her talk. No, I told y'all, we trying to get results, and I want to get them the results by the end of August. November will be the icing on the cake. Okay, so that's why I want y'all to understand. Y'all gotta pay attention. And when we leave these meetings, y'all make sure y'all have taken good notes. You know what you got to go do, because at the end of each month, guys, y'all gonna get a checklist. In that checklist, did you do everything that you were supposed to do for that month? Here's what I need y'all to do. And y'all can comment on the chat on this, but what I want y'all not to do, okay? How many of y'all right now got a 401k? And how much do you have in your 401k? So if you have a 401k, put the amount that you have in your 401k. And I'm not trying to be nosy. I ain't gonna ask you for no money, but I'm gonna show you something. How many of you have a 401k and how much you have in your 401k? And I'm gonna pick somebody in a minute. Um, Cornell, can you unmute your phone? Well, hold on, I gotta turn this off because I blocked everybody. Cornell, unmute your phone. Cornell, where are you? Now y'all can't be scared to talk because remember, closed mouth don't get fed. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Uh, Cynthia, Massey. Where y'all at? Do y'all hear me? Hold on. Cornell or Cynthia, whichever one. Unmute, unmute,
Okay.
unmute.
Can you hear me?
Hear you
I
now.
can hear. Can you hear me? Oh, my bad.
Okay, well, let me ask Cornell first because I called him first. Cornell,
Go ahead.
how much debt do you have?
Yes. I would say about close to 30,000.
Is most of that credit card or is it other type of debt?
Most of it credit card and a loan.
Okay. Hold that thought. Cynthia,
Okay.
how much debt do you
Go
have?
ahead. Probably about the same, about 30,000.
Okay. So y'all heard both of these individuals have over $30,000 in debt. If y'all saw in the chat, I think Cynthia has over 80,000 in her 401k and Mr. Cornell has over 100,000 in his 401k. Did y'all know you could do a hardship withdrawal from your 401k to pay off your debt?
I learned that this morning. Yes.
Did you also know, and I'm gonna try to be real calm about this because this just really gets me hot when I think about it. Y'all contributing to your 401k and your employer is matching what, 3%?
Yes.
But did your 401k administrator tell you that the IRS gonna take 25%?
No.
No.
Mm. So my question to you is, well, my suggestion, because again, I'm not a tax advisor, I'm not even a attorney. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. My recommendation to each and every one of you who have a 401k, stop it. Because right now, let's look at Mr. Cornell, for example. He has 150,000 in his 401k. If they gonna take 25%, y'all know he's gonna be under $100,000.
Right.
So here's my suggestion to you. Because you all know when it comes to building credit, the number one factor when it comes to raising your credit scores is removing your negatives and lowering or paying off credit card debt. So if you have the means to go and pay off your credit card debt, do that. Because that's going to be a real big factor when we go to now get you lines of credit when y'all want to go and start buying these properties. When
So
you
do
wanna
we
go
need to
get this
all
funding.
the way off, just pay them down like about to 30% usage?
Well, you can pay them down to 10% if you just want to leave something on them.
Okay.
Because 10% is that magic number that's going to give you the maximum number of points. 30% is not going to give you the maximum number of points.
Okay.
So if you can pay them down to 10%, that is perfect. And if you can even consolidate all of them into one, so whatever that 10% number is, and you can roll everything into one card, do that. Because when we talk about credit building, you'll understand why I said that. But right now, for those of you who have a 401k and you have money in it, call your administrator because all 401ks are slightly different. So you want to call them and ask them, I'm having a hardship right now. I'm thinking about buying a house, but my debt to income is high, so I need to get these credit cards paid off. What do I need to do to, take a hardship loan so I can get these cards paid off? Everybody got that?
Yes.
The next thing y'all gonna do, and this is gonna bring more money in your house. Go to your payroll department, or if y'all can do it on your phone, on your computer, however y'all do it, and you want to change your withholdings. For the next 3 months, because by September, guys, we should be done the business, we should be done with the trust, we should be done with, cleaning up your credit, everything should be done. So for the next 3 months, I want y'all to change your withholdings to exempt. That means they're taking out no taxes. Y'all can go look at your current paycheck right now. How much are they taking out in taxes? Based on that number, that's what your increase is going to be. Based on that increase, again, this is money that y'all going to sit aside for what you need. But for those of you right now who say, I can't even save no money. So based on your budget, when you set that budget up and you factoring in that increase, now y'all should be able to save no less than $250 a month. Some of y'all gonna be able to save way more, especially those of you who are high income earners. Any questions on that?
Yes, question. Can you hear me?
I hear somebody talking, but I don't see you.
It's Crystal. How you doing? Good evening, Ms. Marcia. I was listening earlier as well about the exemptions. I don't have any taxes taken out right now. Anyway, I don't make enough apparently for them to take it out. The only thing that come out is like the Social Security and whatnot. Should I still go exempt?
Where are you? I can't even see you.
It shows I'm on the first page. I'm above you on this camera. Up,
Oh, there you go.
right here, me.
Okay, I see you. So you said right now you don't make enough for them to take out
For
much?
tax. Yes, that's correct.
So you take no taxes out, or they take no taxes
No,
out. Well, if you don't
correct.
have nothing to take out, I mean you don't have nothing.
Okay. So no need to go exempt is the question.
No, no,
Okay.
you good. But for those of you who have money coming out, go exempt for 3 months. Now, nobody has said it. I don't see it anyway. Some of y'all may be thinking, well, shoot, Marcia, if I don't pay no taxes, when time to pay, file my taxes, I'm gonna have to pay all this money back. Will you? What if you set up a business? You got business expenses. You taking a deduction from your house. You paying for this class. All the LLCs are corporations y'all setting up. All these business lines of credit y'all setting up. Do y'all know those are tax deductible expenses? You set up a room in your house. Did you know you can write that whole room off? Now take a part of your internet, your light bill, your water bill. When I get to the part where I'm telling y'all about houses, and y'all out every weekend driving around looking at houses. Did you know that's a business expense? You writing off miles? Did y'all know that? So if you're concerned about, oh, I'm gonna have to pay all this money back, not if you follow directions and pay attention. And when we get to the November, my goal is to show y'all how to get your money back from your bank account. Now, of course, that's gonna have to come on your taxes when you file for 2025. But long as you see it on your transcript, you'll be happy. But we'll talk about that much later. So does anybody have any questions on that? And the reason why I'm giving y'all that today, so that y'all can work on that, because again, within the next 30 days, we're going to be adding these trade lines to your credit report. And I want to make sure everybody has the means to get it done. Everybody good? Okay, we're going to
Miss
move on.
Marcia,
I have a
Diane
question.
here. I have a
Y'all need to
question.
raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. Please raise your hand so I can see you. Sade.
So, Miss Marcia, my question is, I thought about doing the debt consolidation onto one credit card to pay off all of them, just focus on that one. So that is one strategy that we can use.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Diana.
Does it apply to 403Bs, the same strategy you're mentioning for 401Ks?
Is that at your job, or how are you funding that?
Yes, it's through my job.
Okay, so you have to call your administrator and ask them, can you do that? Because again, remember I said all plans are a little bit different, but not a
Different.
whole lot different.
Okay.
So just verify with them, is it possible you can do a hardship withdrawal? Let them know I'm trying to buy a house, need to get some debt paid off so I can qualify, and they'll tell you yay or nay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Harris.
Hey, Miss Marcia, can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I did the exam, but I think I'm doing it longer than I was supposed to. I started off the year in the exam, so should I change? My thinking was do it for 6 months and then change back at the end of the year.
You can do that too.
But I'm already doing it. I'm already doing the exempt. So,
Okay,
should I just keep the exempt going?
well, keep it going. Keep it
I wasn't
going.
trying to stop what you, the play that you have in place about us getting the more back.
Well, if you got it already in place, then keep it going. Especially if you know you got the extra
Okay.
money and you're doing what you're supposed to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you good then.
Yes, ma'am.
Betty.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I do not have a 401k.
Okay.
I'm not employed.
Okay.
Um, I recently, well, I had to resign from working due to my spouse being sick. So
Hmm.
he his demise was on the 2nd of March this year. Okay, so the debt that I have, one credit card is like $1,403.53. American Express is 2,178.07, and then just a personal loan of 5362.86. So I don't have like charge offs or anything. So I don't know what I need. I mean, you just suggest me paying those off or what? I can't hear you.
If you have the means to consolidate them, then consolidate them.
So do you mean consolidate them such as getting another card and consolidate them? I thought about doing that and do it where it's like maybe an 18-month interest free. Or
Well,
what do you mean consolidate?
well, that's what I mean. But if that's something that you want to consider doing, then I would suggest you wait until we get to that part of the class. Because what
Okay.
y'all don't want to do is be out here applying for stuff. And then now you got all these inquiries, you got all these new accounts, and now it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. And then I
Yes,
don't
I
want you to
most
get upset. Oh, it's
definitely
not working for
didn't
me.
want
Well,
to.
I told you to hold off and wait and just wait till we get to that point. So if you know when you do this budget and look at how much debt you have, look at how much income you have coming in, and you know that you're short. That's why I'm giving y'all this strategy so that y'all can have some money to do some extra things with. Because if you know right now, when you get paid, all of your money, at least most of it, goes toward paying debt, then you need to bring in some more income. And you know you can't go out and get another job right now. So this is my alternative to help you bring in more money. So just list
Right.
all of your debts right now and just hold on to it. Because if you got the money, I don't want you to go spend your money right now. Okay. Just do your budget first
Okay.
and let's see where you are, what you have saved.
Okay. Okay. Because the total amount for is other than like maybe utilities along with these cards, the total is like 8,900 and some
And
dollars.
that's not much at all. So your
Pardon?
suggestion, my recommendation definitely would be, maybe get a card with 0% interest and consolidate everything. But again, I don't want you to do that just yet because we
Okay.
may need to build out your credit. Your credit may not be
Okay.
built out big enough because when you apply, let's say you apply and you get I don't know, what's your highest limit right now?
I think it's probably 25,000.
Where's your second highest?
Uh, I close maybe I don't know because probably about nine, something like that, 9,000 something.
Okay. Now, I hear you trying to say you close something. Don't close no cards.
Well,
Don't y'all close no cards. I'm telling y'all right now, don't
that
do it.
was that was probably that was before I had run across your teachings on TikTok.
Okay. Well, don't y'all close no cards.
I
Don't
won't
close.
close anything else.
Please don't close no cards. Especially if you got some history, don't close no cards.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Don't nobody right now comment in the chat. Cut it off. Don't nobody comment in the chat. Cut it off. Everybody that's on here right now, And I'm just talking, okay? I don't need to know who you are. Don't say nothing. Don't raise your hand. None of that. If you on here right now and you have credit cards and you have credit cards with a high limit, I ain't said high balance. I said high limit. I want to talk to you because I'm telling you right now, we got people in this group that's going to need to get their credit built out. They going to need trade lines. So instead of me sending them to these other people, I'm going to send them to you and let you make the money. And I said that to say this. If you have credit cards with a balance that you can either consolidate or pay off, when we get to that point, then you know up front, let me get this paid off because I could use this as a trade line and I can make some money. So before you ask me the question, do I need to pay it off or do I need to pay it down? If you're going to use it as a trade line, it needs to be zero. Because whatever your balance is, that same balance will go to whomever it gets on that trade line. And we don't want to do that for them, especially if they're trying to build up their credit so they can go get business funding. Does everybody get that? I want y'all to understand, I'm here to build a community. And in this community, we are working together. And if you come to the table with benefits, then guess what? That's good for you because that means you're going to walk away with, some real benefits, i.e. money. But I'm building a community, guys, where we can all work together and help each other out. And it starts right now with the credit. So again, I'm telling y'all about putting together your budget so we can get these credit cards paid off because that's going to be the biggest factor when it comes, well, one of the two, when it comes to building your credit and increasing your credit scores. And when I ask the question or send the email out asking, what are your limits? Okay, because I'm looking for high limit cards. The reason high limit cards are going to be important because when you all go and start applying for credit, I'm telling y'all right now, you know what you have right now. If you know you only have $300, $500, maybe $1,000 credit card, you're going to have to jump real, real high. My goal is for everybody to have a credit average of $30,000. Why $30,000? Because y'all trying to buy a house. What house you gonna buy for $1,000? What rehab you gonna get for $1,000? Y'all gonna be paying $20,000, $30,000 just trying to rehab a house. You're gonna be spending $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 trying to buy a house. I'm trying to get y'all in position to where y'all can use your credit card to do this. And when you use your credit card to do it, I need y'all to have the expectation every time I do a house, I got me a free trip. So that's why I said, don't go apply for credit cards because some of y'all will just go apply for any card. No, we're going to apply for specific cards, okay? So just slow down and just understand we're going to get to it. But right now, I'm just trying to get y'all to look at y'all money. I'm trying to get y'all to look at y'all's debt. Because if we don't get rid of this debt and we don't increase your money, everything that I'm talking about is going to be out the window because you're going to look at me and be like, Marcia, I can't even do that. So that's why we're taking care of this right here, right now. And if you know you're in a situation like she said, she don't have any income, but I mean, she got to be doing something. I don't know what you got. Maybe, save your money. You did something good. So I'm going to give you that much. But some of y'all may be in here, like the other lady just said, she doesn't make that much, so they don't take out taxes. So that means we got to come up with something else for her. That means if she don't have the means. Now, she may have the means too. But I want y'all to understand there's a solution for everybody. But if you don't open your mouth and say nothing, don't look at me all sideways and twisted when I say, okay, well, you ain't did nothing. I'm going to have to remove you. Well, Marcia, when the floor was open, you didn't say nothing. This is not the time for y'all to have pride. You don't want to be embarrassed. I'm telling y'all, I'm building a community. And our main number one goal and foundation is to help everybody. But you got to open your mouth, okay? Miss Betty, you done? So you got it? One more thing, one more question.
One more thing. Yes. Oh, darn it. I know. Just like say one of the credit cards or two that I have, if they've reached out, or even maybe if one of the associates maybe just called or emailed me and asked me if I want to limit increase, should I go ahead and do that? Or
If it's going to be a soft pull, but if it's going to be a hard pull, no, not right now.
it won't be a pull. It won't be a pull.
Take it.
So don't do it. Take it.
Yes.
Okay. I
As long as
didn't
it don't
know I
affect your,
was.
as long as it don't affect your credit and increase, take it.
Yes. Okay. And then one other quick thing. I I still don't quite understand why the scores are three different scores, because it's the same thing on them.
We're going to that probably next week. I mean, next time we meet. Right now, we're
Okay.
talking
Oh,
about, right now, we need to focus on the money and getting these debts paid off.
okay.
Okay.
All righty. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks. Mhm.
Alyssa. I'm sorry. I don't want to jack up your name.
Okay, it's Elisa.
Okay, cool.
Okay, hi there. So my situation is I, divorced some years ago, went completely through my 401k. I know that's the big no. So don't have that. And I'm 1099. I'm currently an Uber driver, killing myself working 12 to 16 hours a day. So I do need to go through all my debt. Most of it is, the highest would be like my car. So I don't have a lot of credit cards or anything, but that's the hard part, because and I was doing better, but then Uber like switched in the last like 8 months, and they are taking 20% more of the ride. So my income has gone down 20%. So that's just my scenario right now.
As it relates to your expenses, are you able to keep up?
It's tough sometimes, only because of the 20%. I mean, I'm out of over $3,000 a month every single month. So it's almost like seemingly getting worse every month. But I do have some frivolous spending in there that I do need to curtail. So
Okay.
I do know that, and that will stop. So I have not figured it out at all, and I know that I will definitely be jumping on.
You can figure it
But
out when
I
you
want
lay
to let
everything
you
out in that budget and you see where all your money's going.
Right.
Trust me, once you see it laid out on paper, y'all gonna be like, wow, I see why I don't have any money. I see why I can't save. So what are your credit scores? Are they good or you need to work on that?
No, I need to work on that as well.
Okay. So here's the deal, guys. If you know you don't have the money, your focus has to be on the credit. Because once we can clean the credit up, we can go get the money. If you got high credit card debt, your utilization is too high, you got to get a trade line. A trade line would drastically reduce your utilization. So that means once your utilization goes down, your credit scores go up. Now we got something to work with. We just have to build it out. So when we get to that part of the training, then you guys will understand this is now how credit works, and this is how I'm going to leverage. Okay, that's the key word. This is how I'm going to leverage this credit to now go pay off my debt. Because see, what y'all don't understand, where I'm trying to take y'all, I want to focus on this credit. So when y'all go set up these businesses, do y'all know that these banks are going to give you way more money for a business than they're going to give you personally? Did y'all not know that? That's why I added that to this whole process. We got to get these businesses set up. We got to get them built out. And once we do that, now you can get way more money, because my goal for each and every one of you, if you can't get your credit card debt paid off right away, then we're going to transfer the debt from you personally to your business. So now your personal credit report is zeroed out. You don't have any debt. So now when you go buy your first property, Your goal is to now get that debt paid off because any new credit that y'all get, i.e. credit cards, it's going to be 0% interest for 12 to 18 months. But you don't need 12 months, okay? Y'all going to have 6 months to get these properties so that y'all can get all this debt paid off. You can now have you some breathing room. You can have some money. And now we can really go forward and do what we need to do. So again, I get it. If you don't have the money, you barely getting your needs met, then we got to focus really on your credit. And again, I've told you, we're building a community where we can all help each other. And if everybody understands the assignment, we're going to all get this thing done and we're going to get it done fast. Okay? So just hang in there. Diana Gonzalez.
Hi, everyone. I came in late, so I'm like still jittery from stressing out. So I missed a lot of the very beginning. And so I think I saw that it was being recorded, so I'll be able to go back and listen to the very beginning of it. Okay, good. Speaking on credit, I kind of try to jot down everything that I had, that I know that I have. And so for me, I have like about 32,000 in credit card debt and about 36,000 in like personal loans, auto loans, that I would have. And that doesn't include my house because I have a mortgage. So that's mainly, so the overall debt besides my mortgage is about 71,000. So I saw, and I work full time. That was one of the reasons that I got on late because I had put out a fire and I was on the phone till 5:59 tonight. So just trying to figure out. I heard the part about changing to the exempt status, so that I'm planning on doing. I think I'm not sure what you had said about the 401k.
If you have a 401k,
I know you said to stop contributing.
Stop contributing.
Stop contributing.
And then call your administrator and find out what would you need to do a hardship loan. Tell them you're trying to buy a house, but to qualify for the house that you want, you have to get your credit cards debt paid off. So see if they will allow you to pull enough money to pay your credit cards off.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have much in there, but I'll still see what I can get from that. Also, I think, and I don't know if you talked about it in here, but I remember hearing on one of your calls that no interest bank accounts.
We'll touch on that in a little bit, but basically, if you have a bank account, you want a non-interest bearing bank account.
And I have Bank of America. I don't know if they are, so I need to call them.
Correct.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that.
Well, just wanted to catch up, so
and
thank you.
I also put on here that you need to go inside your classroom in that getting started tab. It'll have all the assignments and all the handouts that you need to complete for tonight's, or should I say this week's homework.
I did see the video, the very first video that says getting started. Will it be in that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I feel a little bit more relief.
You're good.
Now I'm like, calm down. I'm kind of caught up. Thank you.
You're welcome. Serena.
Greetings, everyone.
Hey.
I'm blessed 55, Marcia, just so you know. Hope everybody's well. Just really quick. I know that I've been studying the private side, just side conversation for the last year. So I've kind of shared that, but I have been exempt for a very long time. So they just started a garnishment, but I'm doing some things to combat that. As it relates to my credit, yes, I do need some work there. I think I have total debt, just a car loan, and maybe, I don't know, I had like $8,000 small credit lines because I filed bankruptcy years ago and I got away from all those cards. So I only had like 3. But I wanted to touch on the trade lines because I understand that too. And I know that they do cost. So there's going to be a range, right? Depending on the amount that you want to add to your profile, correct?
I don't know who on here. Don't muted. Okay, unmute your phone, Serena.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry. So I just wanted to touch on really quick about the trade lines, and they're going to range by the amount of the credit line that you're looking to add to your consumer profile, correct?
It's based on how much you need. So it's
Okay.
all when you all do your credit average, it's about you doing a calculation of what you already have. And remember, I said everybody needs to have around $30,000 average. So whatever you need, because some people may only need a $10,000 card to get their average up. Some people may need a $1,000 card to get their average up. So it just depends on what you need when we do the calculation. But I don't want to go into that tonight because again, we got a lot to cover, and I want to try to keep it simple.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Zelda.
Hey, Miss Marcia, how you doing?
Cool.
My question was because I too got on late. I didn't really hear what you were saying from the beginning, so I guess I got to go back and listen to the replay too. But I got on the end, and my question is, I have 3 credit cards, but they're a small credit card. I think like one is like 600, one is like 500, and another one is like 300. So I text you today because I was on your Zoom. I'm not your Zoom, but your live this morning when you was discussing about the 401k. So I called them and I asked them about the 401k. But with my 401k company, is certain things that you can qualify for. So the I think you told us to ask for, like we was getting ready to buy a home or something like that, a house. So I asked them that, and she gave me like a list of stuff that I have to turn in. Now she already went through the process of setting it up and everything. So the only thing I got to do now is go on the website and print out the papers and sign them and stuff like that. But I got to also send the documents that I put in the email to you of everything she said that I need before the loan could get approved. So I'm thinking from what she said that can qualify me to get the 401k, it was nothing on paying credit card bills. It was like eviction, down payment for a house, funeral expensive, college. I think it was a few other ones, but it was nothing about credit cards. So I don't think they'll let me do that.
Okay. So if they won't let you do that, then you might not be able to do it because I don't know if you were the one that said you needed the good faith estimate.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, so yeah, I responded back to you. I said, well, I don't have access to that right now because that's a whole process. I can get it, but again, it's gonna take a whole lot. So if they gonna want all that, then we just gonna have to scrap it for now.
Okay. So as far as my credit cards, what do I need to do as for to how do I build that out where I can get more? You said I need more, my cards to be more than that.
Well, right now, the main thing that you need to focus on is getting your budget completed. So you said you came in a little bit late, so I showed you guys inside the classroom, complete your budget because the main thing is getting the budget set up and getting the cards paid off. And that's why I said go exempt on your with your payroll. So that way, if you having a hard time getting those paid off, then now you got this extra money coming in that you can get that done.
Remember, I told you this morning I exempt last week, so it should be showing up this week.
Okay, cool. So
so I already started that. But I didn't know whether and another question was I had told you in the email that I sent you about the 401k. I know you told me to stop letting them take out money for that, but I didn't know whether I needed to wait until I see do I get approved for the loan or just go ahead and stop it instantly.
Go ahead and stop it.
Okay, well I'll stop it tomorrow.
Yeah, go ahead and stop it and exempt so y'all can get the maximum amount coming back in your paycheck. And once you fill out your budget, at the bottom of your budget, and I don't know why it's not coming up for me, but I'll try to see if I can get it later. But at the bottom of your budget, once y'all plug in all of your expenses and your income, it's going to show you have a surplus or if you're in the negative. But if y'all doing this exempt process, you should have a surplus and a big surplus. When y'all see what this surplus is, Now, this is the money I'm going to take a certain amount to put aside for everything I need to get set up. This is another amount I'm going to take and put aside for savings, and another amount I'm going to use to get these credit cards paid off. Especially if you know your credit scores are not as high as they need to be, where you can easily and quickly get your consolidation loan. If not, then that's the route we're going to have to go until we can get your scores up.
But you told me today, because I told you I had two bank accounts. I had a credit union and another bank account. So you told me to find out whether the my account was non-interest bearing account.
That's
so
fine.
Yeah, but when you say put money aside, you told me to keep all the money in one bank account.
That's fine.
Okay.
It don't matter. I'm just saying you
right.
you have a certain amount. So if you know you're gonna save $500, you're gonna put $250 toward credit cards. You can still put all of it in the same account for now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's just a matter of just identifying what the money is for. That's what it basically boils down to.
All right. Okay.
Eric
Thanks.
Turner. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Probably help if I hit the right button. Good evening.
Oh yeah, that probably would help.
It was dealing with credit card limits. First, I'll give you a little background about my situation. I'm about a year past the divorce, and that drug off for about a year and a half. So basically, my situation is I have a couple of high limit credit cards, and they also have high balances. Uh, One of them is about 4 months behind, and another one is about 45 days behind. And I do have a couple other credit cards. I got about 8 total credit cards. But anyway, I spent the last 14 months paying all those bills on time, building my credit score back up. And in February, when they did the student loan stuff, I went from being current to 120 days instantly, and it dropped my score and it tanked me under 500. And actually, when that happened, my ex popped her head back up and wanted to try to get me held for contempt of a car that I was trying to get refinanced due to the dissolution. Anyway, without the credit score, I couldn't get it refinanced, and I just recently lost that vehicle, had to surrender it. Question is, I do have some money, and I've been, like I said, been paying those credit card bills thousands of dollars a month for almost 2.5 years, and those balances haven't went down. What is a strategy you think as far as my situation, as far as should I try to pay those high limit, high balance credit cards down and do something different?
What's your total balance owed?
The one credit card is a $21,000 credit card limit, and it's almost maxed out. And I got a $17,000 almost maxed out, and a $10,000 because I had to end up putting attorney fees and living because she abandoned everything.
So, and I heard you say something, but I apologize if I missed it.
That's
So
okay.
I know you say they past due, but are you making minimum payments?
No, I actually for the past 2 years I've been making over the minimum payment, but
Okay,
the
so
balances
here's
were really going down.
what I need you to do. I just need you to just make the minimum payments. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be the next class or the first class in July. I want to take you guys through the administrative process of y'all validating your debt. What does that mean?
Okay.
That means we're going to go after these banks and we're going to ask them to prove that we actually owe this debt. We're going to ask them for documentation that I'm telling y'all right now, they're not going to send you. And because they're not going to send it to you, now you can go sue them because now they have now set you up in a place, in a way that they're collecting on a debt that they don't even own. You don't care if it's Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, PNC, whoever. They don't own the debt. All that debt's been put into a trust. All that debt has been pooled. Okay? It's been securitized. But if you don't go after them to get them to prove it, then nothing you can do. So the reason why we're going to do this is because we want to get them in default. And when they go in default, your documentation is going to tell them either you're going to comply or this debt is considered null and void, discharged and zeroed out. So if you can pay the minimum, keep paying the minimum. That's all you need. Because they're going to default. I promise you they're going to default. And that's how y'all going to get most of y'all debts paid off. So again,
I mentioned this.
Go ahead.
The student loan that popped up in February, and I think it
Student
popped up
loans
in
too,
two
don't
or
matter.
all three of the.
It don't matter.
Well, they
Student loans,
removed
car
it.
loans, mortgages, all of them. They all doing the same thing.
Well, they
They're
dropped my
all
credit
doing the
score
same
another
thing.
77 points today.
Huh?
I said it continued dropping my credit score, dropping another 70-some points because of that today.
But hold on. When you start sending this information for them to validate, there's going to be a line in your letter that says they have to cease and desist all collections and reporting until they send you validation.
Okay.
And if it comes
Yes, sir.
back
Thank you.
that they marked you late, they took your car, which they did, and they didn't own it, sir, you about to get paid. You about to get paid. So again, just hold on. Because remember, y'all, we're not just doing credit repair over here. Y'all need to learn the laws. I know y'all don't believe it, but y'all gonna learn today. All y'all bills already been paid. All of your bills have already been paid. Your mortgage, your cars, your credit cards, all these personal loans, your student loans, all that stuff has already been paid. Every last bit of it. But they keep taking money from you. They keep reporting you late because they know you don't know no better. That's what y'all gonna learn in this credit class. So just be patient and hold on. Okay, I got you. Vera. You are muted. I can't.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, all right. I have a question about like my situation is with bankruptcy. I've filed bankruptcy about a year now, but I'm working on getting it removed. I got all the letters sent out. And I'm waiting on LexisNexis to respond. But once I get that bankruptcy removed, would it be easy for me to get those charge offs removed that's labeled as charge off through bankruptcy?
Just because the bankruptcy is removed doesn't mean the charge-offs can be removed.
No, I'm saying, would it be more easy once I start trying to get those removed, I can get it removed without that bankruptcy always not showing up?
It might make it a little easier, but we don't look at that like that.
Okay.
We have different methods that we can use.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say yay or nay. Because I got something else for charge-offs.
Okay.
Again, I'm trying to get y'all paid. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. This is as collection charge off due to bankruptcy. It's like about 5 of them. That's got 5 accounts.
Okay.
Okay.
Just send 10.
Okay. Also, I have another question about the budget spreadsheet. It won't pull up.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm getting ready. I'm trying to reinsert it now.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Just enter.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Marcia. I
Hi.
have two questions. You keep advising us to do the hardship loan for the 401k. Are we only asking for the hardship loan because it does not require for us to pay it back? Because you know they have other options you can use to get money out of your 401k.
Well, whatever option that would be the easiest, so you don't have to jump through hoops, go for it.
Okay,
The
because you
goal
know
is to
the
get
other one
enough money to get
is
the credit cards paid off. That's what I'm looking for.
okay. And then my second question is about our budget. If we
Mhm.
already have a business and we have things that we need to pay through the business, do we include that on our personal budget or should we wait until we get to the business? Well, that's
Wait till
kind
you get
of
to the business, because when it comes to business expenses, guys, that's separate. However, if you are funding your business through you personally, I would highly recommend you just put a number on your budget, because there is a slide on there for other, and then we'll know that that other means you're taking care of business expenses. However, it should be the other way around. Your business should be paying you, not you paying your business. Because if you
right.
still paying your business, that's a problem.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Um, Tammy.
Good afternoon, family. Marcia, my question is, I have student loan debt. Besides the student loan debt, I just have my rent and my utilities. And I was already in credit repair before I found this group. So my scores are high 600s, all three. My question is, even I don't have the funding, the money. How, as far as my budget, would I just include just the student loan, the rent, and the utilities? I don't have any credit cards. I don't have any loans, just the student loans, my rent, and my utilities.
Well, you only put on your budget what you got.
Okay.
How you doing on your expenses? Are you able to manage?
I am able to manage. I work for the three-letter people.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, so that kind of was my question. You actually kind of answered it when you were talking to the other gentleman, but I had my hand raised, so I wanted to conclude with that.
Okay, cool.
So, all right. Thanks.
Thank you. Carly?
Hey everyone. I just wanted to kind of just get like a starting point for myself. Um, so I have the budget filled out. I have credit cards over 30,000 limits. I do have to get better with using the credit cards because I don't really use my credit cards. I don't have credit card debt, but I have student loans and auto. Uh, I just really kind of want to know a starting point. What would be best? My credit is fair, so not horrible, but not great. Uh, but yeah, just a good start for myself.
Your starting point is in the getting started portal.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna start with everybody else. I don't care if you got 800 credit score, I don't care if you got $100,000 in your bank account. You're gonna start with everybody else. You're gonna complete the budget. You're gonna complete the goals. You're gonna do that checklist in the getting started, and you're gonna do the service disclosure. That's where everybody starts at.
Okay. Okay, because I knocked those things out early. So do I just wait next for
I'm sorry, can you
our
repeat
next
that? Because you're
steps?
going in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said because I was knocking those things out earlier. So do I just wait for the next steps?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody gonna go together. We ain't leaving nobody behind.
Okay. Okay.
Nobody's gonna get left behind. All right, y'all. I end up pinning the budget in the group because it would not let me put it in the classroom for whatever reason. So let me go and pin it so y'all can find it. Oh God, it's still not letting us open it. What is the problem? All right, y'all. I'm gonna just have to email it to y'all. It's not letting me. I don't know if it doesn't like the word Excel spreadsheet or what. Miss Harris.
Hey, Ms. Marsha, I had a question about the car, and like I said, I was still working on that. But is there a way that I can get the charge off and the lien? I mean, and the paperwork to the vehicle, or just forget about the whole scenario altogether? Because I told you in June 1st that car was going to fall off of my credit. That was the only thing I had. That and another charge off from Liberty Mutual.
Okay, well, tonight we're not talking about what y'all can get off. We're talking about the budget and y'all getting more money. That's the focus tonight. So we'll talk about that when we get to that. Right now, we're not talking about anything of removals, only the budget and y'all getting this money. So we can get these
Okay,
bills
and
paid off.
another thing.
Yeah.
Okay, about the budget. The app that you told us, is it Kajabi or I don't know the name of that app. But are we supposed to pay the 199 a year or the month or in signing up for this?
You supposed to be doing none of
Okay,
that.
because when I tried to get in, it gave me like in red,
Did you
one
try to
hundred
go
and
to the
ninety nine
app store and
dollars.
see if you can download it?
Yeah,
Okay, so if you can't
I think
download it, then don't
Charlene.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. Only thing you need to focus
Okay.
on is school.
Oh, okay. So just download the school. Do we need to pay for that app too?
No, it's free.
No. Okay, that was my question.
It's free. Dana.
Hey everyone, how are y'all doing today? My question was, um, when I guess I emailed you in regards, so I was already in removing some things off my credit before working with someone, and I'm also in the process of selling and getting another home. Do I need to put that on pause, or because that's one of the biggest things that's affecting my credit? Because when back in July of last year, I took sick and was hospitalized. So I missed a lot of payments. So I'm in the process of selling my home and getting another home. And I already been approved for everything. I just need to find my land.
Is your house under contract? The one you're
It's
selling?
the one I was selling, no.
Okay. So if it's not under contract, then you can kind of pause that and let's work on the budget. How are you financially?
Financially, because right now, because I'm right for my mortgage, I have to pay like double it because I
Why?
was behind.
Oh,
But
okay,
when I
okay.
was behind, so they gave me what is it called? I can't even think right. A modification, and it was like a 6 month repayment plan. So normally my mortgage is 17. Right now I have to pay close to 5,000. Yeah, a month.
Okay, so can you get this house sold? I mean, do you have it listed to sell?
I was going through a contractor where we was doing a cash offer through a company through Florida. And the guy that I was working with,
I'm sorry. Where's the booth? Is that
the guy I
in?
was working with, he no longer with the company, so I have to find me someone else to work with. As far as like a contract, because I wanted to get it all over with. But the biggest thing is trying to find somewhere to go in between that because it's just not me. You know, I have 5 children, so I wanted to get in the other house before I, sell this one. So that's why the process been so long
But
and
if you're
dragging
saying
out.
you got to find some land, that's not a 30-day process.
I don't know, ma'am. I've been working on this for months and just trying to, because I'm trying to stay in a particular area, not trying to go too far out. Because it's my daughter, her senior year, so she wants to still go to the same school. So, I'm in an area where it's high demand. Plus, I'm close to BMW, plants. So all these houses up here, these developers are grabbing them up and building on them. So I did find some land, talked to someone today, for 2.5 acres. So we just waiting on that to go through.
Okay, so if your area is, oh, well, do you have a contract to build though?
Yeah, once I get my land, then it's gonna be everything gets out because it's through 21st mortgage.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you got to move, you
But
got to
I'm just
move.
saying,
But
like,
$5,000 is a lot of money to me. I don't know about to you.
oh, yes, ma'am, it is. That's
So, I
where
mean,
mostly my money is going to. 5,000, just you know what I'm saying, to be here. So that and trying to keep everything else above float. So I went through all my savings just to try to do it, you know?
well, a question for you.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
how much do you own on your property and how much is it worth?
My property, I can sell it. My sale price was $290 that I was selling it for, and I owe $209.
My question to you, why don't you just do a refi cash out real quick so that way you can get some breathing room?
I guess I have to get with you on that.
No, whoever you got approved for to buy your land, you need to talk to them.
21st mortgage?
Yeah, they should be able to do refinance. Since you're already working with them, they already got your documentation.
Mm-hmm.
Call them and ask them, can you just do a refinance? Because I mean, if you paying $5,000 a month, we're talking about almost $4,000 you can save.
Yeah.
So call them tomorrow and let me know what happens.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, but that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's too much. All right, y'all. Y'all see, y'all got a lot of questions. I tried my best to go through all the questions because I want to make sure nobody leaves with a question. Like I said, the main thing that we need to go through right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me stop sharing for a minute. The main thing we need to go through, or that I need you all to go through, is to make sure y'all get these budgets done. If y'all paying over and above on any bills, don't do that. Right now, just put the bare minimums. Because when y'all do these budgets, I want to see what do you actually have left over. When y'all go and change your withholdings to exempt, again, I want to see what y'all have left over. Because if you are not saving, you have high credit card debt. Y'all, we got to get these credit cards paid down. If I sit here and tell you, oh, I can show y'all where to go get $100,000 at this one bank, go get $80,000 at this one bank. If you have high credit card debt, they're not going to approve you. I'm telling you right now, they're not. So don't hold me to it. So whatever we got to do to get this credit card debt paid down, really paid off, but we're going to go down first. And when we get the extra money, then we'll work on paying it off. If y'all can consolidate a card into one or two cards, especially if you got 5, 6, 10 cards, if you can consolidate some things into one or two cards, that would be even better. So tonight's emphasis, guys, is to get your goals set, to get your budget completed, and you need to go get your change your withholdings. If you have a 401k, stop the contributions, call your administrator and find out what could you do, what type of hardship can you claim to get money from your 401k. Some of you may be able to do it, a lot of you may not be able to. Okay, don't hurt but to try. Any questions on any of that? I'm going to do a post in the group. Y'all have until Monday to get this stuff completed. I will say by Thursday, no, not even Thursday. I'm gonna give y'all to Tuesday. Tuesday, I need to receive an email from every last one of y'all with your budget and a response to you changing your withholdings. If you know, because some of y'all should be able to calculate it, some of y'all can't, what your increase would be. The email, guys, for this mentorship, I know I gave y'all one earlier, but don't use that one. It's going to be the credit team at thehomebuyingclub.com. That's really going to be our main email, credit team at thehomebuyingclub.com. You have until the end of the day on Tuesday. If you send it on Wednesday, it's going to be deleted. You also have an assignment to go pull your credit report. You need to also send that. Send it with your ID, your social, and a utility bill. Because when you send me your credit report and you send your assignment on time, then we're going to start generating your dispute letters. Again, if you send it on Wednesday, it's going to be deleted. Oh, I was sick. Oh, I did. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Today is Thursday. You got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and all day Tuesday. You got 5 days. Most of the stuff y'all really can get done tonight. You have 5 days to get it done. Any questions on that? And I'm gonna have Jasa. I'm gonna forward you the email. Can you send the email, send this budget spreadsheet to them in via email? Because I don't know why it's not taken in the group and it's not taken in the classroom or the community. So if you can just email it to everybody, that'd be great. I'm gonna forward it to you right now.
Okay, ma'am.
Any questions,
Miss
guys,
Marcia.
on any of that? Hold on. Let me get this to Jasa first.
Marcia, did you say that that email address is the credit team or just credit team at the home button?
Just credit team.
Okay, thanks. And this will be recorded because I had a hard time getting in, because I saw a lot of people did as well.
It is.
Okay. And oh yeah, one more thing. What's this other thing? It said we had to pay $89 a month for some other
I don't know what that is. You ain't gotta pay for
Oh, you
nothing.
don't? Okay, I didn't think you had mentioned that, but it was one of those things from one of the emails that was in once I got into the anyway, I sent that to that email and let you see.
Nope, you don't have to pay for nothing. Only thing you gotta pay for is your credit report. That's about it. It ain't no $89.
Oh yeah, this was an $89 a month thing. It said we had. I don't know if anybody else encountered that or not. Probably not. I'm always special. Thank you.
I don't know what that is. That ain't me.
Okay.
Marcia,
Okay.
one of the
Mine
emails
said
that you sent
151.
out, it was Kajabi was asking different people certain, I don't know
Now
whoever
that's what
else
it
got
was.
this,
You're
but
right, sis.
Kajabi.
Yeah, it was Kajabi. Thank
Yes,
you.
it did.
Uh-huh. It
Now
said
tell me
we
what
had. I
Like
guess
it
it said.
wanted you to repay all over again after you've already
Yeah,
made the
that
payment
it.
to get in the class.
And it
That's
said it would give you a 14-day free trial,
Yeah.
but then
yeah.
it still wanted you to put your credit card information in, and then it told me my credit card didn't have $89 on it, so it wouldn't let me get in.
Marcia, it was the link from the email that you sent out like after the call this morning. So even when I went to that email and tried to log in, it was trying to get me to pay for Kajabi, and a lot of other people had that issue too. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Me
Oh,
too. Asked me for $159 a month. And it's
pause.
I think it was like another Zoom or something.
Okay. Y'all pause right now. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I got into Zoom this morning and it told me it had blocked my account because they only work with people in the United States. So I'm telling y'all right now, I don't know for sure, but I'm almost confident based on what y'all telling me. Somebody must have hacked my account.
That's what I
Because
was thinking.
I'm telling y'all right
me
now.
too. 'Cause I had told you on
No, that don't
TikTok
make sense.
yesterday. They inboxed me, but I blocked them. I'm the person that told you that yesterday on TikTok. An imposter came through. They only had 2,000 followers, so I knew that wasn't you.
So I'm
But
telling y'all right
yeah,
now.
somebody's copying off of you.
Y'all hear me and hear me clearly. Y'all paid y'all $5.97 or your $15.97. That's all y'all gotta pay to me. So if y'all get anybody sending y'all any kind of message, TikTok, Facebook, email, asking you for money, it's not me. I'm telling y'all right now. Well, I lied. I will ask y'all for a fee when y'all go to this tour. If enough of y'all going, we got to get a bus. That's the only time I'm asking y'all for money. But other than that, no. So if y'all get anything else, it's not from me. I did send a message to Kajabi because I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, I've had Kajabi for years. I'm like, why am I not getting this message now? So I'm almost certain somebody hacked me, but I did go in today because that was kind of bothering me, and I started changing all my passwords. So I'm taking my computer to Best Buy tomorrow and have them put a some kind of spamware or whatever protection thing because that's crazy to me. So that wasn't me. So don't y'all pay nobody no money. Don't do that.
If
And
you
as far as
download it from the
TikTok is
App
going,
Store, then you'll be
download what?
okay. Download it from the App Store. So if you go to the Apple Store and download it from there, you'll be fine. It doesn't ask you for that.
So yeah, that's crazy to me. That's because I heard y'all. I got a lot of emails about that. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? So now all of y'all saying that, so now it makes sense.
yeah,
Lord.
but a lot of people were trying to get in from their laptops. So
Yeah.
you should get it, from the App Store if you're using an Apple phone. But when you're on your laptop, it's something different. I didn't go through the link that was in the email. I just went back to the confirmation email that I received from you to get
Okay.
into Kajabi because I knew that wasn't right. So
Okay, yeah, that was so not me, y'all. Does everybody have the login? I mean, does everybody have the link to log into Kajabi? Because in Kajabi, guys, that's where your replays are going to be.
It won't let me get back into
Right.
Kajabi. It's
Yeah,
trying to
we
make
need
me
that.
pay for it.
Same here. It
Me
wants
too.
$159
Me
for
too.
me.
Me too, Miss Martha. That's
Mine's
why
at
I
89.
Mine was 89 as well.
Okay, well, y'all hold on.
mine was $199. Yeah, that's why I asked
Kajabi
about
and the
the
credit
Kajabi.
network is the same thing. If you log into your credit network website, it is Kajabi. So you don't go to the Kajabi website. You go to her website, the credit network, and sign in from there, and you don't have to pay anything.
I
well, the
tried
thing about
that.
it is most
I tried to do the
people
same. Still doing the
they were not approved
thing. You
to
have to
be
pay.
into school yet. So they have to be approved they have to be approved in school to be able to not receive that message for the most part. So Aisha, what you were saying is correct. It's just that a lot of people didn't get that approval.
Lord have mercy. Y'all see what I'm talking about? We just getting started and I already got issues.
I think I Look, understand it's light your issue, afflictions. ma'am. Just light afflictions. So, yeah, I think I understand the issue. I mean, if you create an account with Kajabi, it will ask for a payment, which is the amount that you said. However, after you registered to the class, you will receive a notification from Kajabi to log into your portal. So you just need to follow that one. However, if you are unable to log into your portal, you can just send us an email so we can send you your login information, and you don't have to create an account with Kajabi so that you will not have to make any payments with the platform.
All right, that sounds good and easy. I can do that. Thank you, ma'am.
So if you're having issues logging into your Kajabi, just send us an email so we can send you your login information. Great. Okay, thank you. And that's at the credit team email. I'll just put it in the chat.
And what I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and just put these replays in the classroom. So that way y'all really won't have to log into Kajabi again. I'm trying to make this thing as simple as possible. This is day one. We're not gonna have these issues. We got too much work to do.
Thank you.
We got too much work to do. I think it's gonna allow me to do it, so yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna allow me to do it. But I can't do it right now until it downloads. So as soon as I get done, I'll do an announcement in the classroom. In the community, and let y'all know it's in there. So, and I'll do that tonight. I'll go ahead and just get that done because I want to test it and make sure we good.
Miss Marcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, wonderful. Glory, hallelujah. I was on with you this morning and I asked the question. I don't know if you was able to get an answer for me, but I am disabled and we were talking about the credits and getting money back into our pocket. I pay a voluntary 20% federal income tax out of my disability check every month. And I didn't know, since I'm paying it out of my disability check, if that's something that I could stop. I'm paying because every year I was ending up owing the government, IRS. I was ending up owing every year. So they told me if I started having withholdings taken out voluntarily, that would circumvent that, which it does because now I get a refund. But if I could get the money in my pocket every month as opposed to waiting once a year for a refund, that would help me greatly.
So the same way you signed up to have them take the 20% out is the same way you need to call them to have them stop it.
But then I'll owe.
Ma'am, no, you won't. No, did you not hear what I said earlier? I said y'all gonna look at me. But remember, y'all, I told y'all, you won't owe because you're gonna be setting up a business. You're gonna have business expenses.
Okay.
All that's gonna circumvent all of that. So you just gotta follow along in the process. So as we go through this process, trust me, I'm gonna help you put everything in place.
Okay, that's one thing. Thank you. Okay, so no credit card debt, no other debt, well, except for like $45K on my house, but I want to buy a fourplex, and I'm wondering if that's something that, because I know you said you're going to help people buy a home, but I'm looking to buy a fourplex. Is that something that I could get some help with?
We're buying investment properties. We're not buying homes right now.
Okay. Okay. No, it would be for an investment property. I plan to live there for at least a year.
That's fine. But again, that's our main focus right now. Our focus is not buying primary residence. We're only focusing on investment properties because that's what we're going to leverage to pay off the debt.
Okay. So since I don't have, the only debt that I have is the 45K that I owe on the house. Everything else is paid for. So
Okay, that's
what do
fine.
I need to work? But what do I need to work on other than canceling that 20% income tax that I'm paying?
You need to fill out your budget. You need to get your credit report. You need to
Okay.
read the service disclosure. You need to set your
Yes.
goals. You need to go through that main checklist on the getting connected.
You went into the
Yes,
people
Everybody
I
does the
profile.
did.
same thing. It doesn't matter if you have a little bit of debt or a lot of debt. Everybody does the same exact thing.
Okay. So there is, regardless of where you start in the process, if you don't like, for those that don't have a lot to do on their credit or whatever,
That means you got a free
I'm
week.
okay.
But 9 times out
Okay.
of 10, you're gonna have something to do because again, you got to still do the budget. You still got to
Yes.
pull your credit report. You got to go do your
Yes.
goals. So you still got all the assignments to do.
Okay. 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 I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. Again, I'm telling y'all, everybody's doing the same exact thing. If you know we doing working on collections this week, well, I don't have any collections. Well, you just sit back and watch.
Okay. Okay.
Ms.
Okay.
Harris,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Hey, Miss Marcia.
Yes, ma'am. Go
Hello?
ahead.
Hey, Miss Marcia. Okay, for those of us who don't have the utility bill, you said you needed us to put a one utility bill. For those of us who don't have the utility bill, what should we do with that?
If you got a cell phone bill, you got a car insurance, something with your name and address on it.
Well, you know what? I have a PO box. And I have the paperwork from my job, but that's about it because I was telling you about me and my mom's house. Well, it's my mother's house, but we all stay there.
What's the address on your ID?
It's my mom's house.
Okay, well, we need something from there. I mean, we can try, but you know you know them people, they want to act crazy if they don't
Yeah,
have
that's it.
proof of your address.
Okay. Okay. I'll work on it.
Yep. Miss Betty. All right, y'all. We got about another
Yes.
15 minutes. We're gonna wrap it up. So keep the questions short and
Oh,
sweet.
okay, on the credit report, if I pull one on the 3rd, which was 2 days ago, is that sufficient? Or you want me?
Do you need credit repair? If you don't need credit repair, guys, you don't have to pull the report that I'm giving you to pull. That's the report that I need for my system.
I don't
So if
think I
you
do.
so if you don't need credit repair, then you can pull any report, but as long as it's a 3-in-1.
Okay, do you just want the top page, front page of it, or because it's
No.
26 pages?
Well, you send it in a PDF file. You're not printing it out.
Well, yeah, that's right. I wasn't thinking. Sorry. Okay.
When
You're
you
I'll
not
say,
printing it out. I ain't got that kind of ink and paper.
Miss Marcia, when you say if you need,
Come on, I need you to raise your hand, ma'am. Got to raise your hand. We got a lot of people in line right now. Marlon, if y'all have a question, raise your hand.
how?
Yes, how you doing? Hey,
Yes,
I
sir.
wanted to ask you about the exemptions. A few years back, I had the exemption done, but I forgot to undo it. So the IRS came in and they made it permanent where I couldn't change it.
Oh, wow.
So is there like I said, I was doing the 6 and 6 too. So I would put exempt 6 months and then I put it back to withdrawing 6 months, but I forgot to undo it. And that's when they came in and they put the restriction on.
I've
So
never
is
heard of
there
that.
yeah, if you do it too long, they'll force it. Well they'll contact your employer where you can't change it.
Okay. Well, can you change your withholdings at all?
I'll try. I'll give my HR rep tomorrow, and I'll see if we can get in there and change it. But I haven't done it again. I haven't done it in maybe 2 years. But like I
Because
said, I know the restriction's still on there, but uh, I haven't tried to change
so
it.
what are you claiming for your exemptions?
7.
Okay, well, just max it
I,
out.
well, they get. Well, I had to go. Well, actually, they put it at 0, but I went. I told them that I couldn't. I needed extra income. So they gave me the maximum allowed that I allow at that time.
There's a law, not a law, but there's a way that you don't have to pay taxes at all. Because again, taxes are voluntary.
Right.
Did y'all know that?
I can, like I said, I can submit the W-4 to undo it, but like I said, I've heard of that, but I haven't done it yet.
Well, the only reason why I don't want y'all to go that route, because when we do the bank statement exercise, how you gonna
Mm.
get the money if you don't file no taxes? So I can't give you that. Y'all froze. Ain't that bad? All right, y'all there?
Yes.
It's like my computer froze. Okay, so see what they'll allow you to do and let me know.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thanks.
Shauna,
Hi, good evening. I just have a question. When I started this credit journey and I wanted your help, it was just for me. But then I'm currently unemployed for 2 years, but I'm now working with my brother, but I'm not being paid. It's not a taxable job. So my husband works and he's the one he's the head of the household where we file taxes and stuff like that. And I know that I need a taxable job in order to move forward. What's your suggestion?
okay, are you looking for work?
Yes, I am.
That's the only thing I can tell you, unless you want to start a business. You have a business idea?
Well, I was thinking about selling products on eBay.
Okay, well,
I did, but it worked. So I was thinking about setting up an LLC and just do it on eBay, but I'm not sure.
when we get to the business part of the
Uh-huh.
mentorship, then you're going to set up a corporation, not an LLC.
Okay.
When you set that corporation up, you build that business out. Then between now and then, you just need to figure out what it is you want to sell and how you want to sell it, who's going to be your supplier, and you be ready to go.
Okay, so I should not get my husband involved. I should just do it I'm able to do it on my own, right?
Yeah. How's your credit?
Uh I did take out a loan recently because I'm in debt because I'm not making as much money I used to make. I used to make $1,000 a week, and now I'm only making 500 with my brother. So I had to take out loans to balance out our bills because our bill's like 5,000. We has 3 children, so
So what are your
it's
credit
about
scores? Is what I'm saying.
it's about 620, and I was like 750 before.
So I mean, you're not bad. So we just got a little work to do, but that's okay. We're gonna make it happen. So yeah, that's my suggestion. You're gonna have to just wait till we get to the business part of it, and you just have to come up with a business unless you get a job first.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. LaShawn?
Yes.
Are you good with when you say
Oh,
we have to send our credit reports? The ones that's already started. I can't get a new one to July, so the recent one that I have, is that good?
As long as it's within 30 days, it's not more than 30 days old, you're fine.
Okay.
Zelda.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Listen, I got my girlfriend on the phone and she's in this class too, but she was having trouble with trying to get in. And when she did get approved to get in, they said that it was like overcrowded or whatever, she couldn't get in.
Mm.
Her name is Lorraine Cunningham.
Well, we can have 100 people and we don't have 100 in here.
Well, they signed her because she showed it to me. They signed her email, text,
Well, tell her try
whatever.
it again. She can get in now.
Okay.
Even though
She
we're
said,
about
okay,
over.
she's gonna try. Yeah, but she said she had got approved because she was having trouble getting in. But when she tried to get in and whatever, after she got approved, they sent her an email or a text saying that it was overcrowded and she couldn't get in.
Okay, let me look at
Right
my
on the
capacity.
It was on the site. Yeah. Yeah, she said it was on the site.
Okay, well, tell her she can try now. I mean, we still here. Damien.
Okay.
Okay. I hate to keep bringing this up, but I need to ask it again. I gave you the credit report and all of those documents with the VIP class. Do you want us to resend it?
Make it easier to keep it in one spot. So if you did it already, just forward it. So when you forward your information from tonight, just include that information with your email that you're forwarding.
Okay, sounds good.
That'll make it easier.
Okay.
Um, Erica.
He actually just asked the same question that I was going to ask.
Okay, cool.
The guy before me.
Okay. Vera.
Okay, I have a question with sending this report. You said we're gonna send it in the PDF file, you said?
You're gonna send in PDF file, but also too, guys, I'm gonna need y'all's login and password.
Okay, all right.
The system will just pull your report up, but I want to physically look at your report without having to go and pull it all up myself.
Okay, so are we sending it to you and just the login information?
You need your login information. I need the report. I need your ID, your social, and your proof of address.
Okay, all right.
Erica.
You coming?
I was just pulling your hand down.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me show y'all this real quick. If y'all have any questions. Here's the budget spreadsheet, guys. Here's the budget spreadsheet.
Huh?
When you get there, just tell me what number. Like whatever number you go to.
Here's the budget spreadsheet. So when y'all get this, y'all know we're on the month of June. So make sure y'all go down to the bottom and click on the June tab. Everything that y'all see in yellow, there are formulas there. Don't touch those yellow boxes, okay? You're plugging in your numbers in the white area. So when you plug in the numbers in the white area, it's going to automatically calculate for you. What you guys are going to be looking for once you plug in all of your numbers, because at the very top, if you got one income, two income, child support, SSI, other income, this is where you plug those in. When y'all come up to the top of the spreadsheet, we're on the month of June. Base your weeks on Friday, guys. So you all know for the month of June, the dates are June 6th. So you can do 6-6, 6-13, 6-20, 6-27. There's not a fifth week, so you can just take that out. Based on what day you're going to get, what week you're going to get paid, that's where you place your income. If you get child support, does it come every 2 weeks? Does it come every week? Whatever week it comes on, and then it's going to automatically add up all of your income. If you have rent or mortgage, this first column, which is column B, this is what the total amount owed. So if you have a credit card, you owe $10,000, you put $10,000. If you're paying rent, $1,500 a month, you put $1,500. So column B is the amount owed. When you own C, D, E, and F, whichever the week is, you put the monthly amount that you're going to be paying. What is the monthly payment amount? Remember what I said, guys, if you pay it over and above, let's just keep it simple. Let's put in the minimum amount, and once you plug in all of your numbers, when you get down to the bottom, it's going to tell you, do you have a surplus or a shortage? That's the number I want to see, because based on your surplus or your shortage, that's going to now tell us how much money you have to pay toward paying off debt, how much money you have to save, and how much money you have to put toward your other expenses in this process. Anybody have any questions on that? Thumbs up. Everybody good? Very good. Again, Jossa's going to email the budget spreadsheet to you guys because it's not working in the classroom for whatever reason with Excel, which is fine, but she'll send it to you. You need to send the budget spreadsheet to me. You want to save it with your first and your last name. Save your budget with your first and your last name. I'm telling y'all right now, we got 120 people in this mentorship. It's probably going to take me almost 2 weeks to go through all of them. And I'm going to go through all of them. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all not going to be sending me stuff just to be sending me things. I'm going to go through it. And I'm going to ask you some hard questions. Because if I see some things in your budget, and don't y'all be lying. Let me just say that right now. Don't y'all be lying. Because if y'all know y'all got Hulu, you got an $800 cable bill, put it in there. Because I want to see. Janisha.
Yes, ma'am. So me and my husband signed up together this time. Do we do one budget for both of us, or you want us to both have a separate?
Y'all should have
Because
a
the
household
household
budget.
bills and stuff are gonna be the same.
Y'all should have a household budget. Or do y'all pay y'all own bills separately?
No, we pay the household bills together.
Okay, so yeah, y'all should have a household budget.
So we can put both of our names on that and send it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
So
it's gonna be the same. So
when you send the email, your budget is going to be named Janisha and whatever Oliver, whatever your husband's name is.
James. Yes. Okay.
And if y'all married, let me just put this out here, okay? Let me just say this right now, real quick. If y'all married and y'all splitting up y'all bills, he pay his bills, I pay my bills, I'm gonna be mad at y'all. That's not what we do. I get it. Somebody in the house is a spender, and somebody in the house is a saver. Y'all need to get it there together. Use this opportunity to come together and say, you know what, we're gonna do this together. I know I like to spend money, but I'm gonna curtail all this because I know Miss Marcia's looking at these budgets, and if we ain't doing what we supposed to do, she gonna block and remove us. Y'all need to come together and determine what y'all need to do. Another thing that I didn't mention, but y'all gonna do this outside of the assignment, you need to go get your bank statements for the month of April and the month of May. And you're gonna go through it. I'm gonna actually do a post in the community. You're gonna comment on that post in the community with your answers. You're gonna go through your bank statement and you're gonna determine how much money you spent eating out in April. How much money you spent eating out in May? How much money you spent out shopping? And how much money did you save? Those are the three numbers I need to see for the month of April and the month of May. And you need to separate them. Because I'm going to keep that one post pinned to the top of the page. And we're going to come back and look at it in 3 months and see if those numbers changed. Does everybody got that? And Jocelyn will be going through to make sure everybody commented. So that's going to be a community assignment. So pretty much every week, y'all going to have a community assignment, and then you're going to have an assignment that y'all need to turn in. Zelda.
Could you go over the budget sheet again? Because you lost me a little bit on that.
You got the replay. That way you can
Oh,
slow
that's
it
right.
down a little bit and go back through it.
Okay, that's right. Don't worry about it. Right.
What's it say?
I keep trying to tell y'all
Thank
that's
you.
why y'all got the replay. Remember, y'all supposed to
I
just
forgot about
listen.
that.
Y'all supposed to just listen tonight. And then you go back over the replay. That's the whole reason why I'm giving it to y'all. Again, y'all not gonna have no excuses. I'm gonna make sure y'all get right. Damien.
Okay, I see that this is not going to be a one solution for everybody. Me being self-employed, this budget sheet means absolutely nothing to me because I don't get paid on the date. I get paid as I do a job. So how would I uh complete that budget form? And like I say, I don't get paid on a particular day or a guaranteed income. I get paid as I go.
So let me ask you this. Do you get paid at least once a month?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I might get paid 10 times a month.
So what is the least amount of money you ever got paid? That's the
Probably,
number
I
you're gonna
would say
calculate in your
that's
budget.
okay. Okay. So just fill those in for the weeklies or the bi-weeklies,
You
the
can.
minimum amount.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
So
All
if
right.
you know the
Thank
least you ever made was $5,000, just use $5,000. If you make more, then guess what? You're gonna have a heck of a savings.
you. Yeah, that 5%. Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to the job site for less than that, but okay.
But yeah, that's how you
Thank
do
you.
it. Mhm.
Mm. Uh,
Crystal.
Mine's very basic question. My spreadsheet actually opened in Google Sheets. Is it okay to send it that way, or does it have to be Excel? It doesn't matter.
Please make it Excel. Please
Okay.
send it Excel, y'all. Help me out. I want to be able to get in and get out. Angela.
Hello. I have a logistics business, and from day to day, like the truck, it's spontaneous. You don't know when it's going to break down. So how do I do a budget sheet for that? Like, yeah.
Well, that's the most important part of the budget. Remember, I said I'm looking for how much you have left over. So just like the gentleman that just asked the question, he gets paid whenever. Same thing for you. What is the least amount you've ever gotten paid? So based
Okay.
on that, when you start plugging in all of your expenses, what do you have left? Because like you said, if the truck breaks down, what does that mean? That means you got to go into your savings, right? So that means when you're doing this budget, how much money are you able to save? That's really what y'all trying to figure out. Can I pay my bills on time and can I still save? And right now, a lot of y'all cannot save. That's the whole reason why you guys are doing this exemption process so that you can get more money. We can get everything more organized until we can get the credit set up. We get these lines of credit, and now y'all can live your best life. So in your particular case, same thing with him. When you do your budget, what is the least amount you all bring home? Based on that amount, you got to make sure you're putting money into savings. Because if you don't put money aside in savings when stuff start breaking down, what you gonna do? Especially if you don't have a credit card. Because his main thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, he needs to have a credit card. And I mean a car with a real big limit on it. Because if he's driving trucks, I don't know how much them tires cost, but I know they're not cheap.
They're not.
Okay. I don't know how much gas costs, but I know it ain't cheap. So he needs a big card with a big limit. That needs to be your focus. So whatever happens, he can cover it. But until then, you got to make sure you plug your numbers in out of the budget so that you can put money to the side and save it. So that way, if he is on the road, maybe you got a good debit card, you got some money set aside that he can always just log into the bank account and just transfer some money or have money in a separate account, especially a business account that he has reserves in. Because if y'all not planning for the what ifs, that's what gets y'all in trouble. Oh, I had to go take money from my rent, because, I had 4 flat tires. Because you didn't save for it. You didn't plan for it. And that's what I want y'all to get from this budget process, guys. You really are looking at your finances. And if you see that you're tight, then we need to make some adjustments. And that's why I want you to send it to me so I can help you out and I can look at it. Because a lot of y'all might be paying $300 for some cable bill and you don't want to cut your cable because your husband, he just has to have all the channels. Okay, but you got all the channels, but you don't have no money in savings. Some people already got their money. You need to try to get yours. So there's going to be some hard pills that some of y'all going to have to swallow until you can get your budgets in line and you start saving money. Yeah, everybody in here, I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you don't make right now. Everybody in here needs to have a $10,000 saving goal. $10,000 saving goal. Especially you, Miss Truck Driver Lady. Because I know when things happen, y'all got some big expenses. And you don't want to have $1,000 and something happen, and guess what? All your money gone. Now you back at square one, and now you like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So $10,000 is gonna give you over and above. And in most of y'all's cases, that should be 3 months of reserves. If you lost your job, you got hurt, you got everything covered. Go ahead.
Where do we save that money in the interest, the non-interest bearing savings? Where do we put the money that we're saving?
Miss Lorraine, do you know where the hand raising button at?
No. I've asked, and ma'am, I promise you, I pushed every button on this phone except leave.
Can somebody help her out? Because I can't help her with the phone. I don't know where it's at on the phone.
Go to reactions, and when you go to reactions, you click on that, which is the heart. The hand raise and all the emojis will pop up.
Where's reactions?
So if you tap on your screen, a menu bar should come up at the bottom where you can mute yourself, stop your video, and keep going to the right.
Okay.
It's after the chat. You'll see a heart. It says reaction. Tap on that.
Okay.
Once you tap on that, you'll see a raise hand and other reactions options. Do you see that?
Yes, thank you.
All right,
I
you are welcome.
wasn't trying to be rude, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you
You're
got people
welcome.
in line. I don't want nobody getting mad at me.
All right, thank you.
Miss Wallace.
Okay. I know you're gonna chew me up when I do my budget, but we was on the truck driver thing. How do we put in like, cause I just had to spend $4,500 on tires 2 weeks ago. So how do we
See
put
there?
that in our budget,
Wow.
like on our spreadsheet thing? I already know you're gonna chew me up. That's why I ain't even coming up there. I'm just asking how I put that in there when I
You want this
do it.
$4,500 for some tires.
I had to get 4 on.
$4,500. I know it's high, but that's high.
It was Blitz week.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so here's what you need to do. Your truck driving is a business. You need to
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
business budget. You can take the same budget. Of course, most of the stuff you're going to take off the budget and you replace it with your expenses for your business. So when you do your budget is going to be backwards, okay? Because you're self-employed, you're going to put all your money that you get, whether every you get paid a week, every 2 weeks, all your money is going to be in your budget, but in your budget of your expenses is going to be you paying you. So let's say, for example, you make
Okay.
$10,000 a week. So that means if you make $10,000 a week, that means whatever your name is, you're gonna put, okay, I'm giving myself $4,000 a week. I'm gonna put $1,000 in savings. So now, when you now get this budget completed, you're gonna have a second budget, which is your personal budget. So now you're gonna show income coming in from, okay, whatever your business name is, and you're gonna show the $4,000 that you're giving yourself every week. Does that make sense?
It does. Okay. I'm gonna work on it.
So again, you're gonna do yours in reverse because you are the business,
All right.
opposed to
Thank
doing
you.
a personal budget first. Because your personal budget, you don't have no money coming in. So you got to do the business first and make sure your business expenses are covered, but you also got to factor in, like you just said, you just spent $4,000 on some tires or 4,500 on some tires. You got to come up with a percentage of what you make to make sure you're going to cover that until we can get you up to the point where you can get credit cards, because you also need a large limit credit card so that you're not having to
Yeah,
come
cause
out of
I
pocket.
ain't. I don't got that.
I know you don't, but I got you. I got
All
you.
right.
And I'm glad y'all are truck drivers up in here because I want to show help y'all. I got something for y'all because I know y'all out here driving. Some of y'all dirty, not bad dirty, but you ain't got your stuff together like it should be. But I got something for y'all, so just hold on. Miss Nealon.
Quick
Nelly?
question. I just wanted to know if we're still doing the VIP after or
Dude, we need to. Golly, we're gonna do a quick one. Okay, real quick.
oh
I'm gonna
okay.
ask Miss what's her name? Miss Karen's question, and we're gonna be out of here.
Sorry, I'm on my phone. My computer decided don't want to work tonight. So I did the withholding and I did the 401k. Tomorrow is my payday. How do I factor that into the budget? Do I use this week or do I use a previous week?
You factor in what you got paid.
Okay.
You ain't gotta come up with numbers. Whatever comes in your bank account, that's what you're gonna get paid. Because if your paycheck is pretty much the same each pay period, then whatever you get tomorrow, then you're gonna know what the new standard is.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So let me go over one more time and I'm gonna let y'all go because we need to do this VIP meeting real quick. Let me stop this. Let me go here. I don't know why this budget thing is not working for me. So the reason we're doing all this, guys, because again, y'all need to know where you're starting from. If we start introducing a whole bunch of new stuff, you guys are going to look at me like, okay, Marcia, I can't do half of this stuff. If you know you can't do half of this stuff, we got to clean some things up. So again, once y'all go into school, you go under classroom. You're going to go to the getting started. This is the only box y'all need to be in for this week.
School,
under getting started.
classroom, getting started.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
My apologies.
So under the classroom, you're going to go to getting started. You got the welcome. You have a long list of what you need to do, what you need to gather, what you need to put together. Once you finish that, you got the June 5th section. You click on that and you click on each one of these areas. The only thing you need to be sending me is your budget, your credit report, your ID, your social, your proof of address, and your login. You do not send me all this stuff in separate emails. Everything needs to be in one email. If y'all send me 2, 3, 4, 5 emails, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be deleted. Again, we got 120 people in here. I do not have time to be going through 500 emails. Once I review everything, I will let you know you're good to go. I'll respond back to you, and then I will start your dispute letters. When your dispute letters are done, they're going to be emailed to you, and you're going to be responsible for mailing them out. In most cases, you guys are going to receive 2, if not 3 dispute letters for each bureau. If you do, you're going to make sure you send the letters every 10 days. Does everybody get that? So if you got 3 letters for TransUnion, you're going to send out your first letter, wait 10 days, and send out the next one. Wait 10 days and send out the third one. You have another assignment, which is going to be a community assignment, where you go and do a bank reconciliation of your bank account for the last 2 months, for the month of April and the month of May. You're going to look at, add up how much money you spent eating out, how much money you spent shopping, and how much money did you save. That is going to be you guys' starting number. Because you gotta get a handle on your finances, guys. You gotta get this debt paid off. You gotta save money. And everybody needs to get a high limit credit card. Any questions on that? Oh, and the withholdings, I'm sorry. Change the withholdings to exempt. Stop your 401k. Again, this is why we don't meet every week, because y'all have a lot of work to do. Diana.
Miss Marcia, you said her social security. You just want the number or you want a copy of the card?
Well, you know what? I don't even need the card. Scratch that. I don't even need the card. I don't need the card. I don't need your ID. I don't need your proof of address. I just need to get your letters. With your login and your ID, it's going to spit out the letters. I'm going to let you add all that when you get your letters. Thank you for saying
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Thank you.
I don't even need it. Because you're sending it out. I'm not sending them out. Okay? All right, y'all. If y'all don't have any other questions, we're done. VIP, we got a meeting. It's going to be, when I say it's going to be short, it's going to be real short. Okay, real short. Jaffa, did you set the meeting up? Because I didn't see it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, y'all got the meeting link, VIP. So I'll see y'all over there in 2.2 seconds. Y'all have a good night.